quiet home. A young mother, two little girls, a father waiting inside. No one knew this would be the last time anyone saw them alive. No broken windows, no forced entry, just silence. This is the case that left America speechless. Frederick, Colorado. A picturesque suburban town where life moved at a slow and predictable pace. Here, in a neatly maintained two-story home on Saratoga Trail, lived the Watts family. Chris Watts, 33 years old, was a technician at Anadarko Petroleum. He kept a low profile, friendly but reserved. Shanann, 34, was his opposite. Energetic, outspoken, a thriving promoter for a health supplement brand. Their two daughters, 4-year-old Bella and 3-year-old Celeste, were often seen in Facebook videos, dancing, giggling, calling their father hero. In June 2018, Shanann announced that she was pregnant with their third child, a boy they planned to name Nico.
We did it again. I like that shirt. So pink means...
That's just the test.
I know. It just says the pink is going to be girls.
I don't know.
To the outside world, they were perfect, loving, normal. But social media doesn't always show what's behind the door. The cracks started small. A cold shoulder here, a missed phone call there. In July 2018, Shanann took the girls to North Carolina for a 5-week summer trip. Chris stayed behind, citing work. During that trip, Shanann began to notice something was off. Chris became unresponsive, emotionally detached. He didn't return calls. He wasn't excited about the pregnancy. She texted a friend. "He used to touch me all the time. Now it's like I'm invisible." What she didn't know was that Chris had begun a secret affair with a co-worker named Nico Kessinger, a relationship he was hiding from everyone. Nico believed Chris was already separated from Shanann and thought he was a devoted father trying to start a new life. Chris was Googling things like marrying your mistress and looking at apartments. August 13th, 2018. 1:48 a.m. A grainy doorbell camera records Shanann stepping into her home after returning from a business trip to Arizona. She's carrying her suitcase. The porch light flickers off. It's the last time she is seen alive. Later that morning, her friend Nico Atkinson grows alarmed. Shanann missed a doctor's appointment. She wasn't answering calls.
How you guys doing?
Brother,
What's that?
do you remember me?
Yeah.
Hey, man.
How you been?
Hi.
You Nicole?
Yes.
Okay. What's going on?
So my friend, we were out of town for a business trip this weekend,
All right.
and I dropped her off at 2 o'clock this morning. She's 15 weeks pregnant. She wasn't feeling well, and she had a doctor's appointment this morning at 9, and I told her to let me know if she needed me to take her. She's got 2 little girls, and she was very distraught over the weekend, wasn't eating normally or drinking, and we kept trying to force it on her because she's pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Her husband and her supposedly are separating, but she didn't know this. She thought they were just having issues. He disclosed that to me today.
Okay.
Because I called him and I was like, have you talked or heard from Shanann since you left for work this morning? Because I can't get a hold of her. I've called, I've texted. Her car's in the garage. Her shoes she wears every single day right in the front door.
She only has one vehicle?
No, they only have the one vehicle in his work truck.
Okay. That's what I'm asking. There's
She
not
took
a...
the girls and went on a play date, but they're 4 and 2. She went on a play date. Why wouldn't she take in a car? They're both in
The front door is locked.
Scott, how you doing?
How's it going?
So this is the only vehicle she would have?
Only one that, yeah.
She would drive? Okay.
Shanann's car, with the children's car seats inside, is still in the garage. Chris opens the door. He's calm, almost rehearsed.
Mind if I come in, Chris? Okay.
He shows no urgency, no panic.
Oh,
He offers theories. Maybe Shanann left with the kids. Maybe she's visiting someone.
any friends you know she would be hanging out with?
I mean,
I know, I guess her
Amanda,
parents are out of state.
across country, North Carolina.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's not happening. She can play. All the girls' blankies are gone. Their blankies they sleep with, they don't leave anywhere without them.
good. Nothing else appears to be missing though, just
No.
stuff you'd take for a quick trip.
But her purse, medication, and phone are still in the house.
Okay.
And she takes.
She doesn't ever black out or have
No,
seizures or anything like
No,
that.
I mean, a long time ago. She got in a car wreck, and I believe that's what happened. But Imitrex is something she takes for migraine. She took more Imitrex this last month than she ever had before, but that's just because she was in North Carolina with the humidity and everything like that. She was there for 6 weeks, and we got back Monday or Tuesday, and then she flew out to Arizona Friday morning, and then she got back last night.
What do you do?
I work at oil and gas and dark road
What do you do for them?
operator.
Long days then?
Yeah, I definitely still be out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a long day, especially in that heat.
The home is quiet. Too quiet.
She tell you anything about leaving, moving out?
Not moving out. I mean, the last time I talked to her was this morning. She said she was going to take the kids to a friend's house, and that's where she was going to be. And then I've texted her today. I've never heard anything. But cars here.
Right.
Here. Unless somebody came and picked her up.
But his eyes tell a different story. His tone lacks emotion. His body language, arms folded, swaying, raises suspicion.
Who do you guys bank with?
Chasing USA.
A neighbor shows police his surveillance footage. It reveals Chris backing his truck into the garage early that morning, something he'd never done before.
What's that?
Nothing wrong there.
You just have to
My camera. Lay down.
Loaded my stuff up in my coolers, my water jugs, my book bag, my computers, some of the tools that I had from the toolbox. I knew I was going to have to do some pumping unit rubbers today. That's why I was out so far.
Is this on continually
Yep.
recording?
Yep. Well,
It's not. Is it
any
motion or is it?
event,
Okay, so it's motion.
Any motion event that happens, I get cars driving from this street, And this is him at 517.
Usually park out there on the side. I just want to get everything back in. Be easier, so lugging everything out there, all the tools that I had to bring in. else gonna do with it.
Yeah, that was it.
All right. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks.
Hopefully something comes up here.
Mind if you just want to go talk to him? I'm going to get his info real quick.
When the officer leaves, the neighbor whispers, "He's not acting right." Soon, a detective would arrive on the scene. Someone used to piecing together missing puzzles. Observing the surroundings, noting every detail, they'd take mental snapshots of what didn't sit right. The untouched breakfast table, the neatly made beds, the absence of any goodbye note. It wasn't just a quiet house. It was a place that felt paused, as if something important had been interrupted mid-sentence. The search intensifies. Police issue a missing persons alert. News vans line the street. Chris gives televised interviews pleading for their return. If you're out there, just come home.
Chris Watts, WATTS.
What's going on right now around your house?
Right now, it's you got K9 units, the sheriff's department. Everybody's like they're doing their best right now to figure out like if they can get a scent, see where they went. If they went on foot, they went in a car, they went somewhere. And right now, it's just like they've been on point. They're going through the house trying to get a scent, and hopefully they can pick something up to where it's going to lead to something.
What happened? Your wife came home. Tell me what's.
She came home from the airport 2 a.m. and I left around 5:15. She was still here, and like about 12:10 in that afternoon, her friend Nicole showed up at the door. Like I had texted Shanann a few times that day, called her, say but she never got back to me. But she wasn't getting back to any of her people as well, and that's what really concerned a lot of people. Is like if she's not getting back to her, like if she doesn't get back to me, that's fine. Like she gets busy during the day, but she didn't get back to her people, which was very concerning. And Nicole called me when she was at the door, and that's when I came home. And then walked in the house, and nothing was vanished. Nothing was here. I mean, she wasn't here. The kids weren't here. Nobody was here.
What's your wife's name?
Shanann, Shanann.
What's your kids' name?
Bella and Celeste.
How do you spell Celeste?
Celeste.
How old are your daughters?
4. Bella's 4. Celeste is 3.
And so, how many times did you try calling her?
I called her 3 times, texted her about 3 times, just to say, what's going on. Like because after I called her and texted her once, it's like maybe she was just busy. Like she had just gotten back. Like everybody's probably calling her from her trip. She just got back from Arizona, and I figured she was just busy. But when her friend showed up, that's what it was like. It registered. Like, all right, this isn't right.
Do you think she just took off? Do you think?
I mean, right now I don't even want to just like throw anything out there. Like, I hope that she's somewhere safe right now and with the kids. But I mean, could she just taken off? I don't know. But if somebody has her and they're not safe, like I want them back now. Like that's what's in my head. Like if they're safe right now, they're gonna come back. But if they're not safe right now, that's the not knowing part. Like if they're not safe, last night I had every light in the house on. I was hoping that I would just ran over by the kids running in the door and just like barrel rushing me, but it didn't happen. And it was just a traumatic night trying to be here.
I'm gonna ask some kind of tough questions about your relationship with your kids.
My kids are my life. I mean, those smiles light up my life. And there's like, I mean, last night, like during when they usually eat dinner, it was just like I miss them. Like, I mean, I miss telling them, hey, you got to eat that, or you're not gonna get your dessert. And just like you're not gonna get your snack after. I miss that. Like I miss them. Cuddle up on their couches. They have like a Minnie Mouse couch and a Sophia couch that they cuddle up on and watch, Bubble Guppies or something. And it was just like, it was tearing me apart last night, and I needed that. I needed that last night, and for nobody to be here last night
and to go into their rooms and know that I wasn't going to turn the rain machines on. And I know that I wasn't going to turn their monitor on. I know I wasn't going to kiss them to bed tonight. It was that's why last night was just horrible. I couldn't do it. I want everybody to just come home. Like wherever they're at, come home. That's what I want.
If she can watch these, what would you like to tell your wife and your kids?
Shanann, Bella, Celeste, if you're out there, just come back. Like if somebody has her, just please bring her back. I need to see everybody. I need to see everybody again. This house is not complete without anybody here. Please bring her back.
That's it. I can take that mic off you.
Chris allowed a cadaver dog search, remaining composed as the dog made multiple passes through the house and garage. He watched quietly, his hands in his pockets, offering no reaction. The dog signaled at certain spots, but Chris stayed calm, as if nothing unusual had happened at all. Investigators bring Chris in for questioning. He agrees, without hesitation, to take a polygraph test. Often considered unreliable but useful in gauging inconsistencies, he appears calm, casual even, as he sits down with the examiner. But the questions cut close. His responses raise immediate red flags. By the end, the examiner tells him directly, "You did not pass." With his family missing and the world watching, inconsistencies in Chris's story began to surface. They also recovered deleted messages and call logs, including multiple late-night communications with Nico Kessinger. And then there were the Google searches, how to delete phone data, vacation spots with a new partner, even lyrics about starting a new life. The more investigators looked, the more the illusion cracked. Chris's story was unraveling.
I didn't lie to you on that polygraph, I promise. Chris, I'm no. Stop. It's time. Just stop for a minute. Take a deep breath. I want you to take a deep breath right now.
There's a reason you feel sick to your stomach. And when people hold stuff inside, it makes you physically ill. And I can just tell on your face, I could tell from the second you walked in that you were wanting to just come clean and just be done with this. And I appreciate that because you knew sitting down in that chair that you weren't going to pass today. And you knew I was going to find out because I told you that. And then you continued to stay knowing that you could, at the end, say, you know what? I just need to get this off my chest.
Everything that I've told you, I did not lie on this polygraph. I don't know how much I could tell you right now. Like, I did not.
It's not even an option right now because you did not pass the polygraph. So I know you were being deceptive. So that's not even an issue right now. The issue right now is what happened to Shanann, Bella, and Celeste. That's the issue right now.
Okay.
Okay. So let's talk about that. I know you want to tell us. I can see it in your face. Holding this lie in is going to do nothing for you.
I know this. Like, okay. I'm not like trying to like cover things up. Like,
yeah, but you kind of are because it's normal. Normal people would do that. Normal people that make a mistake initially are going to go, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do anything. That's normal. I would expect that. That's a natural reaction that someone's going to initially lie about something like that and then eventually tell the truth. So this is your eventually telling the truth time. This is where the rubber meets the road, Chris. Like, don't let this continue any longer, please.
Chris, right now your dad's outside. He flew across the country to help you. Okay.
Police analyzed digital footprints and began cross-checking timelines. Shanann's phone activity revealed she was awake and searching pregnancy announcements well after Chris claimed he last saw her sleeping. Surveillance footage contradicted his statement about the children. It showed him backing his truck into the garage in the early morning, a behavior noted as highly unusual by both neighbors and investigators. Chris's demeanor was also raising red flags. Investigators noted that during initial interviews, he appeared overly relaxed, offered rehearsed answers, and showed little urgency about his missing family. At work, he had been unusually chipper, making casual conversation with co-workers and texting realtors. On August 15, 2018, during his second police interview, Chris was left alone in the interrogation room with his father, Ronnie Watts. In a quiet, heart-wrenching conversation, Chris confesses, but only partially. Sitting with his father, Chris breaks down and claims Shanann strangled the children after he asked for a separation. Through tears, he tells his father that he then killed Shanann in a fit of rage. Investigators recorded the entire moment, allowing viewers to witness the emotional shift in real time. But they knew his story didn't add up. He claims Shanann killed the children, and he, in a fit of rage, killed her. He tells his father she had been emotional, distraught, and snapped after hearing he wanted a separation. In his version, he walked in on a horrific scene and reacted instinctively, overwhelmed with shock and grief. For a moment, the story almost sounds plausible. A tragic chain of events, not a cold-blooded plan. It's a narrative meant to confuse, to delay judgment, and to create doubt, even if only for a short while.
Yes. Tell what's going on in his anger.
And it's the polygraph failed it. There, because there's
Just too much emotions.
it's
Anything else you want to tell me? What's going on? Or what happened or anything? If you know anything about
when we had that conversation that morning, it was emotional and told her about separation and everything like that.
Mm-hmm. What happened after that?
I mean, I went downstairs and I don't want to protect her.
What?
I don't want to protect her.
You don't want to protect her?
I don't know what else to say. Huh?
She hurt him?
Yeah. And well, no, I doubt not her.
You hurt her?
Well, just
She smothered?
or choking. I didn't hear anything. When I was downstairs, it came back up. They were gone. Talking to her about separation and everything about, and she lost her. I don't know, like, what else to say, like, I freaked out. Those are my kids. I heard like a little commotion upstairs, but I didn't think anything of it.
Mm-hmm. And then you went back upstairs and she was...
Never. I could see, like, she was on top.
Not choking her for that. Did she kill her?
They're blue.
Both of them.
Yeah.
She choked both of them with that.
I freaked out at the same thing. Yeah, I'm like, over. See what we can do.
But investigators know better. They've seen the footage, traced the GPS, they've followed the digital trail he left behind. When pressed further, Chris finally admits the truth.
So Chris, you're doing this job for a long time.
I know.
I know a lot about psychology and as far as like what people are thinking. And most parents will never even want to fathom that their kid is dead. Even if their kid's stiff, blue in bed, I mean stiff like been dead all night, they still call an ambulance to see if someone can revive their child. And when the ambulance gets there, they're like, gosh, their kid's been dead all night, like there's nothing we can do. And the parents are like, why are you not doing something? What are you talking about? So that's what we're used to. So that's why I want you to explain to me like what was going on in your head and
The rage I felt for what she did, it just took over.
I would hate for Shanann to get a bad rap if she didn't have anything to do with it. You know, it's not fair.
I know.
It's not fair. Like enough bad stuff has happened. Like we need to stop the bad stuff from happening. So you want to tell us the truth?
That is true.
So you're good with the public knowing that Shanann killed her daughters?
I did not hurt these girls.
Are you okay with the public knowing that Shanann?
Yes, because I did not hurt these girls. Chris, I'm not sure what to do.
Are you sure Shanann didn't catch you in Celeste?
No, my God, no. Don't get mad. But what it looks like is that you found a new life, and the only way to get that new life was to get rid of the old life. And I think that you killed these girls before their mom came home, and then killed Shanann. And that's what we're kind of left, that's what we have to believe, because it just doesn't make sense. I mean, to her point, if I walked in and my kid was decapitated, I'd call an ambulance, right? So
knowing there's no hope.
It just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't add up. So either you're this monster who says, I just want this young, hot girlfriend, so I'm going to kill everyone and hope it works out, or something. So I think we're very, very close to the truth, but not quite there yet. So if you're not that monster, I'm not a monster. So what's going to happen when their cause of death comes back to you? Or the girl's not going to. Okay. You sure? I'm 100% positive it's not going to come back to me. And what happens when a coroner looks and says, sees your fingerprints on their neck? It's not going to be my fingerprints. Okay. What is it going to be? It's going to be Shanann's. Why take their bodies out of the house and bury them? I was scared. I didn't know what else to do. Okay. Nothing was gonna, I didn't know what to do. Yeah. I honestly didn't know what to do. Scared of what? Scared of what everything was gonna look like. My two babies were gone, and I just did that to my wife. And I was the only one left in the house. What do you expect is gonna happen? Yeah. It did look bad, right? It looked, I mean, this was a nightmare. Yeah. Okay. Yesterday when you were talking, and again, this is before we kind of got to this moment today, you mentioned that we were talking, you said, I don't know where they are, and then you said something along the lines of, whatever happened to them, this act of pure evil. What does that mean? It's the evil that I saw when I walked behind Shanann and she was on top of CC. And then I felt evil for what I did to Shanann. Okay. So after we look at their bodies, we're going to have a lot more questions. Things are going to be different then, but if you're willing, we'd love to talk to you then too. now that we know what we know, we're going to, I need to check that you don't have any weapons on you or anything like that. Do you have any weapons on you? No. Okay.
Chris, go and stand up for me. I'm going to have you face that wall. Lift up your hands.
In the early morning hours of August 13th, under the shroud of darkness, Chris Watts approached his sleeping wife in their shared bedroom. What followed was a calculated and chilling act. He wrapped his hands around her neck and strangled her, silently, methodically, as their daughters lay sleeping just down the hall. Shanann, 15 weeks pregnant with their son Nico, never had a chance to scream, and in that silence, heavy and unbroken, Chris Watts made a decision that would forever change the course of his family's story. It was the first in a series of quiet, irreversible choices that turned a peaceful home into the scene of an unthinkable tragedy. Bella, the oldest, quietly entered the room and saw her mother lying motionless. Confused and concerned, she asked, "What's wrong with Mommy?" Chris, unable to face what he had done, told her Shanann was just sick and needed rest. Bella didn't cry. Not yet. She stood there, watching, trying to make sense of something no child ever should. He wrapped Shanann's body in a sheet. Then, he placed both of his daughters into the back seat of his truck, alive, and drove 45 miles to an oil field owned by his employer. There, surrounded by open sky and silence, he smothered Celeste first. Bella, watching, asked him, "Daddy, are you going to do the same thing to me?" Her final words were a plea. He placed Bella and Celeste's small bodies into two separate crude oil tanks, industrial silos towering over the desolate landscape. The openings were only 8 inches wide, yet he forced them through. The oil would later complicate recovery efforts, masking time of death and damaging their remains. Shanann, still wrapped in the sheet from their bedroom, was buried in a shallow grave nearby, just feet from where her children were concealed. And then, he clocked into work. He texted co-workers about routine tasks, as if the morning had been like any other. He contacted real estate agents, continuing discussions about selling the house. He kept his voice steady, his posture relaxed, performing a version of himself so well rehearsed, even those closest to him didn't question it. On the surface, he played the part of a man with everything under control. Later that same day, Chris returned home to find police officers already waiting, responding to the missing person report. He greeted them calmly, letting them into the house as if nothing had happened. He answered questions, pointed to rooms, offered vague theories, all while knowing exactly where Shanann, Bella, and Celeste truly were. Faced with overwhelming evidence and a potential death sentence, Chris accepts a plea deal. On November 6, 2018, he pleads guilty to all 9 counts. 5 counts of first-degree murder, unlawful termination of a pregnancy, and 3 counts of tampering with a deceased human body. On November 19, 2018, he is sentenced to 5 life terms, without the possibility of parole, plus 84 more years. In court, Shanann's parents speak through tears. Frank Razuchek, her father, says, "I trusted you to take care of them, not kill them." The courtroom is silent. There is no closure, only consequence. Chris Watts wore a mask of normalcy, a devoted husband, a quiet father. But underneath was a man unraveling, torn between fantasy and responsibility, selfishness and shame. He chose annihilation over honesty. This case is not just about a man who fooled everyone. It's about a family who deserved better. May Shanann, Bella, Celeste, and Nico never be forgotten. And may the world remember, even the calmest face can hide unimaginable darkness.